It's the Book of Alpha-Ronomy, homie. Read it or weep.
What's going on, my Alpha brethren? There are many women that have many more options than they should have when it comes to dating or relationships or even marriage. And when I see men make the decision to be involved with these women who have made whatever decisions they wanted to make in their lives, sometimes willingly and knowing the consequences of those decisions, mainly because they really don't have to worry about consequences and repercussions from the majority of their decisions, because there's always an easy out or an easy fix for their less than prudent decisions. I'm going to give you a list of women, 15 to be precise, that in my esteemed alpha opinion, all men should avoid. As a matter of fact, we won't call this an opinion, we'll call this fact. This is a truth of life, and these women should be avoided at all costs. Now, I know that a lot of women you know, a lot of women you've known, and a lot of women that you will know in the future are going to have these characteristics, but it just goes to show you that the pool of qualified women is so small that the majority of men should really not have more than one or two options right now. Like, there's no possible way you could be dealing with 5 to 10 women and they're all qualified and worthy of your presence. That is why I suggest that you build yourself into the most alpha version of yourself, and you will pedestalize yourself the way you should in order to peer down at those women who are undeserving. The same way women who value themselves peer down at men that they think are undeserving. So, let us begin this list. Number one on this list, on the list of women that all men should avoid, is the miserably married woman who wants a side piece. Now, there are several reasons for this. The obvious is the moral aspect of it, the spiritual aspect of it, the offending the Most High version of it, which means that you are an adulterous man. You are committing adultery with another man's wife. And, one of the quote unquote 10 commandments is, thou shalt not commit adultery. And if this woman is married, if she's miserably married, that is her issue. It is not your issue. Unless you set the two of them up, then yeah, you probably should take some of the blame. But unless you did that, then why should you even care? And furthermore, we get into the masculine manhood aspect of it, the alpha versus beta aspect of it. Basically, what you are is a cleanup man. You're a janitor for her life. You lower yourself to being her second option. You lower yourself to being a backup plan. You lower yourself to being a spare tire. If you've got grown man wheels on their car and you see them and you can tell that they either damaged a wheel or had a blowout on a tire or something, because they've got 4 huge wheels on their car and then they've got that small donut tire. That's what you are. You are that donut tire. You are that tire that will get the job done, but you look really bad on the car, and they can't wait to get their wheel replaced and take your spare tire ass off of their car. And the third and final reason that you should avoid this is the simple fact that being a side piece reeks of low self-esteem. If you are willing to be a woman's side piece, side chick, shall I say, you don't value yourself at all. You think you're the scum of the earth. You think that the man that she has at home is above you, so you can only get the time away from him. She can set up a date with you or even plan to go on a trip with you. You can book all of the trip very expensive trip. You can book everything. And then last minute, she can call you and cancel because her man, her husband, has decided they're going somewhere else. Why put yourself in a position, man, to be left whole in the bag in a situation like that with a woman who is not even possibly going to be yours because she is already someone else's? And furthermore, you don't know how many other men she's dealing with. Just because she wants you as a side piece doesn't mean she does not want a stable of side pieces. She is obviously miserable. She's obviously unhappy. She's obviously dissatisfied. So what makes you so sure you're the only one? So the first woman you should avoid at all costs is the miserably married woman who wants a side piece. The number 2 woman that all men should avoid at all costs is the sexually deprived woman who wants a human dildo. See, you have to understand, there are women out here who are perfectly okay with only having sexual relationships with men. They're fine with it. And if that is what you want, that is perfectly okay. But that's not the kind of woman you can build with. Once you start trying to build with her, you will find out that as you're building, she is staying steady in the boat. What she wants is what she wants. So she'll call you at any time. She'll try to come over at any time. And you'll find that every time you're with her, all she wants to do is have sex. And that's fine. If you're a man who can't get any sex and you don't know when the next time you're going to get some, of course, get all you can, homie. But if you're a man who has options, how are you going to let a woman put you in the position of a man who doesn't have options? Only a man who doesn't have options should be on call sexually for a woman. And I know some of you beta male, simp mangina motherfuckers are going to say, well, if the woman calls, what man don't want no sex? What man gonna turn down sex? Man, this ain't about not getting sex. This is about not being a sex slave for a woman. This is about not being an on-call gigolo for a woman. An unpaid gigolo, more than likely. More than likely, you the one paying her. Taking her out on dates, winding it down, buying the gifts, doing all that. And then you still got to be a gigolo. You're a gigolo that pay your clients. It doesn't make sense, man. And let me tell you another thing. A woman respects you more when you tell her no, even though she's expecting you to tell her yes. So if you are a sexual yes man, a human dildo, so to speak, you will not get that level of respect from her. And if you're a man who says, I don't care if she respects me or not, just about sex, man, I don't care if she just work at a grocery store that I go to. The respect from her to me will be there in every woman I interact with. And if you're not on that level right there, then you probably shouldn't even be listening to BOA. Mr. BOA, the Alpha Dundada, does not have any information that is valid for you. I don't have any pertinent information for you anywhere on my channel, unless I'm talking about you like a dog. And if you are okay with being a human dildo for a woman, where she just uses you when she wants to be intimate and you get nothing else out of her, then you, my friend, have a long way to go. Not to be alpha, but to be a man. The third woman on this list of women that I think all men should avoid at all costs is the single mother seeking a stepdaddy. Now, I'm not going to even tell you that single mother should be avoided completely, because if you want an intimate relationship and just somebody to chill with or hang with or do whatever you want to do, man, have dinner with sometime or whatever, they're still women. They can fit that bill. But the single mother seeking a stepdaddy is only seeking a stepdaddy because real daddy is not available. The thing you must understand as a stepdad, that first dad is always the preferred choice. But if he is not available because of his own doing or because of her doing or whatever, he's not available, you must understand that what a stepdad is a parenting side piece. You understand what I'm saying? You're a parenting side piece. You're only in the picture because the real father is not present. If the real father was available, trust me, you would not be in that scenario. And a lot of the times you'll meet a woman and she has this animosity toward her child's father, and you'll understand that over time, that animosity is going to wear down. She's not going to have that animosity toward him over time. Especially if he was her imprint, their relationship is going to change and it's going to be cordial at some point. Besides, regardless if she wants to tell you or not, 9 times out of 10, she still has feelings for her child's father. That's how that goes. And when you fall yourself into the beta male simp mangina situation of a stepdad, she'll respect his deadbeat father more than she respects you for stepping in as a stepdad. You see, stepdad is not about respect. Stepdad is about appreciation, but not appreciation for what you're doing, appreciation for how it affects her. I think men have to understand this, man. When you put yourself in some of these situations, side piece or stepdad or a couple of more situations that we have on this list, 9 times out of 10, you're not appreciated. The effects of your actions are appreciated. And you'll find that out once the effects of your actions either change or are no longer needed. Then you'll realize that all of that effort and energy you put in has been forgotten. So do not put yourself in the stepdad position. The number 4 woman on this list that I think all men should be avoiding at all cost is the cougar, seeking validation through desire. Now, this one does not have the ramifications of being a side dude or, even a human dildo or, being a stepdaddy. A part of this is just being used, both emotionally and sexually. The cougar who's seeking validation through desire just wants to be desired by a younger man. Not because she values a younger man, because she needs to be convinced that she hasn't lost it the way the mirror tells her she has, the way life tells her she has, the way society tells her she has. The cougar is simply a woman who is making one last-ditch effort to escape the grasp of the wall. There is no other explanation or definition of what a cougar is. And so I think if you're a man who values yourself, you have to respect nature, brother. You have to respect those truths of life and the truths of life that she's hitting that wall. You cannot allow yourself to be used for that. You see, this entire list reeks of men willing to be used in any way at all by women. And I say to you, if you're willing to be used in any way at all by a woman, you tell me, how does that bode for your manhood? How does being used by a woman bode for your manhood when women were put here to be a helpmeet to you? How does it bode for you to help a woman avoid the wall? How does it bode well for you to help a woman raise another man's child? How does it bode well for you to help a woman deal with the issues in her marriage? How does it bode well for you to help a nymphomaniac try to quench her insatiable sexual desires? You understand? How does this bode well for your manhood is what I'm asking you. And it doesn't. So the cougar seeking validation is another woman that you must avoid at all cost. Dealing with her has no benefits in your life, man. And the perfect example of this is Amber Rose. When you look at Amber Rose and Black China, look how they're going at these young cats. It never lasts. They're just trying to show the men that they're not with anymore. They're just trying to show the world that even at that age, you can have, a young man. But you notice they can have a young man that's needy, a young man that hasn't reached a level of success that he needs, to a young man who probably can still, even though he's attained a little bit of success, still does not have his pick of women. You understand what I'm saying? And immediately, once he gets to a level where he can, he has no problem, man. Ain't nobody looking back at that cougar, man. Because every day, the cougar's getting older. So, the number 5 woman that you must avoid at all cost is the young chick seeking validation through freedom. In layman's terms, don't be a sponsor for some young chick. Don't be a sugar daddy for some young chick. Because both of those things mean that you're a trick. And no woman respects a trick. She will value the things that you do for her, but she would never value you as a man. She would never even value you as a human being, man. You can never allow yourself to be in a situation where some woman feels like she can rely on you to be her trick. Rely on you to foot the bill for her expenses. Rely on you to put her up in a situation where she can get free from her parents. Because let me tell you something. Women don't flee pleasant situations. They don't. They will not flee a situation that is beneficial to them. They're not wired that way. And so if she's fleeing her home life, it is not beneficial to her. She does not value it. And if she is looking for someone to put her up somewhere, it is simply because she needs to have a home base that is not restrictive. So if you sponsor her, put her up in a space, have her living well, she is going to be out living in the world, wilding the hell out. You understand what I'm saying? This is just how this goes. So you must avoid the young chick seeking validation through freedom, because all she's seeking is someone to trick off on her. And it's one thing for her to go into a strip club and work. You know what I'm saying? Strippers are some of the hardest working girls in show business. So they deserve to make their money. But she wants you to be that for her. And she ain't gonna even work for you. She wants you to do that because she's young. And I'll be honest with you. You're a beta male, simp mangina, man. You put yourself in that situation. The number 6 woman that all men must avoid at all costs is the chick from the past who wouldn't give you play, but not after her carousel ride. Oh my God, you are the man in her eyes. Man, let me tell you something. If you're a man, you in that situation right there, and this chick that you couldn't have a chance with, unless she got big paper and she coming, and she breaking bread. The dude Kenneth Petty that Nicki Minaj is with, yeah, man, that cat, he came up. But by the same token, there are men out here who are doing that with women who have 4 kids by 4 men. And they step in and be stepdad to those 4 kids. They're not even theirs, and the woman can't even have no more kids. So let me tell you something. The craziest situation that a man could be in ever is to be in a relationship with a woman who has multiple kids by multiple men, and she can't even have no more kids. You got 4 kids in the house and none of them are yours. Especially if you're a man who ain't got no children. Come on, bro. So you must always remember that the chick from the past who didn't value you then doesn't value you now. She's finally gotten to the point in life where she feels like you're the best she can do. A woman is going to do the best that she can do when it comes to men. The bottom line with that is this. You must understand that there is nothing you should ever believe that comes out of the mouth of that woman who didn't value you before and now suddenly values you now. It's not about her having this awakening. She didn't have an epiphany and realize that you're the one for her. No, she went out there and lived life, and all those type of dudes she thought she wanted ended up not being what she thought they were. Those situations didn't work out, or maybe she wasn't what she was supposed to be. Regardless, she's in a scenario now where she needs validation. And what more validation than to have you, a man from the past that she's comfortable with, she knows, and she knows you want her, and you'll deal with her foolishness because you've always wanted her. Man, you a fool if you still desire a woman from way back then, man. She ain't the same, homie. You got to take off your blinders, because if you have a desire from a woman from way back when you see her, you'll see something that other people don't see. You'll see the young version of her in her. All of those things she still has left that make her look like she did before, those are the only things you'll key in on. We have selective memory when it comes to women that we desire from the past. So do not put yourself in that situation, because I promise you, brother, and I never say absolutes, but this is absolute. This is the only time you hear me use an absolute. She will not be what you think you're seeing if you still desire her from way back when. She won't be the same. But in your eyes, she will be. And that's the reality of it. The number 7 woman that all men should avoid at all costs is the divorcee on the rebound. The divorcee on the rebound is one of the strangest cases, because it could go one of 2 ways, and these ways are 2 polar opposites. She could either come right out of a divorce and want to hop right back into a marriage. And when a woman comes out of a divorce and hop right back into a marriage, it's almost never going to work, because she did it because she wanted to be back into the routine of being married. not because mentally and emotionally that's what she wanted. Or it can go the opposite direction, where she comes out, she's a divorcee on the rebound, and she is strictly intent on staving off the emotional pain, the emotional disdain of not being in the marriage that she wanted to be in or that she had grown accustomed to, and she just wants a soft landing space. You are a trampoline, and she's falling from the 4th story window of marriage, and she just wants to land softly. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to feel the pain of hitting the landing strip, and there you are. Neither of those situations is beneficial to you as a man. Not if those situations presents anything positive for you. There's no benefit to you for being her landing strip, her soft landing spot, her landing pad, her trampoline, homie. None of that works for you. And furthermore, she is so emotionally empty from being in a marriage that she has nothing she can give you. The only thing she can give you is intimacy. And to be perfectly honest with you, if her energy isn't right, if her mind isn't right, if her spirit isn't right, then whatever she feels, that's going to transfer into your body. And then she's fresh off being in a situation that obviously damaged her emotionally. Whether she filed for the divorce or the man filed for the divorce, if the man filed for the divorce, then she is really distraught. No woman wants to be divorced. Well, no woman wants a man to file a divorce against her. They all seemingly want to be divorced if you look at the divorce rate, but they don't want the man to file. These are the type of things you have to delve into before you even consider that. Why even do that? I don't want a woman that's still hung up on the past man in any kind of way, whether the energy is positive or negative, because I'm telling you, she would still interact with that man. And whatever his energy does to her after their conversations, that's the energy she's going to bring to you. And you're a fool if you're sitting around a woman while she's in some emotionally charged engagement with another man, and she's supposed to be your woman? Come on, homie. And then there's also the slight possibility that they're reconciled. And that's a terrible situation for you, homie. So avoid the woman, the divorcee on the rebound. The number 8 woman you should avoid, all men should avoid, is the chick whose man abuses her. And I'm not making light of abuse. I think it's one of the worst things a man can do. If her energy is that bad, then you should just let her go. You should just drop her. If she's not doing what you want her to do, it's because she don't want your ass. Leave her. If she's coming straight out of an abusive relationship, there's no telling what emotional state she's in. She could be in an emotional state where the very next man who even raises his voice at her is going to get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real thing where she could be in that mind state to say the very next man who says anything to her is gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? She could have a little pistol in her purse and be ready for pistol play. You know, at any time she feels like you raising your voice at her. So in that situation, you either gotta, be prepared to defend yourself, or you gotta, be walking around on eggshells, telling her, yes, dear, and oh, come on, baby. Or when she call you, gotta say, yes, hello, my love, and all that type of beta male shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, let's cover that right quick, just for a brief second. If you're a man who talks to your woman like that, yes, my love. Yes, my baby, whatever you say, my love, my dear. You're my baby. You're my sweetheart. If you're a man that talk like that, man, get your ass out of here. You're a beta male, something angina, man. I ain't got time for you in here. This ain't space for you, homie. We don't play those games. And I know some of y'all beta males gonna say, well, it's okay to talk to your woman like that, if you love her. No, it's not. You can express your love for your woman, man, but you ain't got to do it like a woman. Another thing about the chick whose man abuses her is she's going to need a lot of emotional support, man. Like, she's going to need a whole lot of whining and dining, a whole lot of validation, a whole lot of baby, you're beautiful, a whole lot of baby, he's a crazy fool, a whole lot of baby, and a whole lot of listening. She's going to want to talk about that stuff, man. She may be sitting somewhere around you, man, and she may just bust out crying, man. She may be thinking about a situation where she wished she had handled it differently. She wished she had defended herself better. Or something that the dude said to her, if he was verbally abusive. You just have to understand that is not something. Any woman that has been abused by a man, physically abused or verbally abused, needs some counseling before she's ready for another relationship. And a lot of times they jump right out of one relationship into another one. So you must avoid her, man, because she's not mentally stable. And unless you're a psychologist or psychiatrist then you don't know how to deal with that. And I wouldn't advise you to do it, man, because you could end up damaging her more than she already is, which will lead to you absorbing some of that damage because you're dealing with a woman who's not equipped to deal with a man anyway. So you must avoid the woman who's been abused by her man. The number 9 woman that you must avoid at all costs is the chick who's let herself go physically. Not because big girls don't need love too. I understand that big girls do need love. But it is the mindset that leads you to understand that she does not love herself. Whether it's because of some psychological reason or it's some other reason. Maybe it's an emotional thing that she has going on. And if some of these things on this list, if she was miserably married, or if she's a cougar, or if she's divorcee on the rebound, or if she's a chick who was abused, she may have some emotional issues that cause her to eat, what they call emotional eating. Fine. The bottom line is she chose to eat her body into oblivion. And if she has let herself go physically, she does not value herself at all. She has to value things that people say about her. She has to do things for other people and to other people to even have value. Because a woman's first value, her most valuable state, is her physical state. That's why youthful exuberance means so much to men, means so much in the dating world, means so much in the marriage world, means so much in the relationship world, means so much in entertainment, means so much in athletics, means so much in motherhood, means so much in every aspect of a woman's life. So if a woman is not doing everything in her power to hold on to that, she does not value herself. And she is going to need a load of validation, either from you or from society outside. Either way, a woman who is seeking validation is never going to be loyal. It's never going to be faithful. It's never going to be submissive. And that is the reality of it. And furthermore, she going to have some health issues, man. You know what I'm saying? Mental health, because her self-esteem is going to be low. She could tell herself, but let me tell you something. A woman knows when she goes from wearing a size 10 to wearing a size 22. She knows that's 12 sizes. And she does everything in her power to avoid that, to avoid that recollection, that recognition of how far she's gone. Or fallen, rather. And you don't have time for that, man. She doesn't appreciate herself. She doesn't love herself. And she doesn't love the gift of femininity that the Most High blessed her with. And if she doesn't value herself, she can never have any value to you. I say again, if a woman does not value herself, she can never have any value to you. Moving right along. The number 10 woman that all men must avoid at all costs is the chick who's pregnant by a dude who is no longer in the picture anywhere. You really shouldn't even be dealing with a pregnant woman anyway. That shit is nasty, man. It reeks of unawareness. She's unaware of her circumstances. She's unaware of her reputation and how it will take such a hit. She's unaware of the harlotous nature of her being pregnant by one man while being with another man. But if you're a beta male semi-vagina enough to be in that situation to help her through that pregnancy, then she's going to take it, because no one wants to be pregnant alone. But the woman who does want to be pregnant alone, she should have done a better job of choosing who she allowed to impregnate her. I'll tell you, the only position that I would tell you is weaker than stepdad. It's weaker than stepdad. It's being with a woman who's pregnant at that time by someone else. That's a step worse than having your woman cheat on you and you keep her. At least if your woman cheated on you and you keep her, which is terrible, by the way. She ain't pregnant. She ain't sitting there about to bring another man. And guess who's going to be in the delivery room with her? If that's your woman, you're going to be in the delivery room with her while she deliver another man's child. Man, you a midwife, nigga. You ain't got no respect for yourself. And I've seen this situation happen before, man, where, this woman she was pregnant. And this dude stepped in, man, and she was by herself. He met her, and she was pregnant. She wasn't really showing when he met her. She was probably like 2 months. So she had a little bump, and man, he messed around, man, and wrote that whole thing out with her. How about, man, on delivery day, man, the real father showed up. Now, he didn't know they had already been communicating. And he said she didn't, but I think she already knew the dude was coming. Man, he was down there with her, man. He was down there getting prepped and everything, bro. Like, he was in there, actually. Hey, man, say, man, he was in there. The baby daddy showed up. Say, man, she looked at him and told him she appreciated him and all that, but he wanted to be there, and she thinks he should be there since she's pregnant with his child. That dude held her down all that time, man, and right at the end there, she said that she thought the real baby dad should be there. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Being the emotional support, going making her runs to get that weird stuff that pregnant women like to eat, rubbing her belly, rubbing her feet, rubbing her back. You understand what I'm saying? Doing all type of things, whatever she needed done, homie. Helping her with her bills and all that. And I know women are gonna say, well, he's such a man. He ain't no real man. He a sucker. Ain't no real man gonna do nothing like that. The number 11 chick. The number 11 woman that you must all avoid, man. You must all avoid her. It's the chick with the baby daddy from hell. Now, this chick right here, it's a weird situation. Because a lot of the times, these women are still leading their baby daddy on. They might still be being intimate with their baby daddy, man. 9 times out of 10, there are some dudes that are just nuts. But I know cats, man, that have been killed or paralyzed from being shot or, beaten to within an inch of their lives or set up and robbed, man, because they were dealing with some dude, baby mama, he was the baby daddy from hell. What this does, man, it puts you in a situation of inferiority, because the fact that this man can come around and cut up the way he does and behave the way he does and make a scene the way he does, and what'll happen most times is the woman will try to get you to calm down. Well, don't worry about it, he'll leave in a minute. So the whole time what she's telling you to do is be a punk about the situation and not defend your environment. That is why I tell you, man, it does not make sense for you to attempt to date or be in a relationship with another man's baby mama. It just doesn't make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are exceptions to that rule. Let's say if the child lives with the man, you know what I'm saying? If the woman is a little bit older and her children are grown, that's something totally different, man. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about being in an environment where you have to help her take care of another man's child. So you must avoid that, man, because the baby dad from hell, man, all he's gonna do, man, is bring stress and drama to your life, man. You either gonna have to either whoop him, or you're going to have to put that iron on him. And why put yourself in either of those situations, man, over a woman that he has a child with, over his baby mama, not your baby mama, over his baby mama. And I'm going to add you a bonus on number 11. You should also avoid trying to be with your own baby mama if she's already moved on to another man. Don't let your baby mama, or even your ex at all, don't let your ex move on to another man and still be able to call you for intimacy, or call you to help her do things, or call you to do things around her house, or call you to do anything. Never let your ex, who's already moved on to other men or another man, use you for anything, man. You don't owe her nothing. You're a punk if you go over there and let a woman use you for anything. She shouldn't be able to call you for nothing. So we friends. You can't be friends with no woman, man, y'all been in a deep relationship with. The only people who do that, man, is that's beta male simp in China, man. A woman don't want to be your friend, man, y'all break up. Ain't a woman who tell you, man, after break up, she want to be your friend. She telling you that, man, because she want to keep the benefits that you bring, even though y'all not together. Don't be a fool, homie. So let's get to number 12. The number 12 woman that you should all avoid at all cost is the lifetime freak who wants a husband now. This woman is a trip right here, man. She will totally disregard her past. This is the woman who tell me no woman wants to be a born again virgin unless she got a lot of miles on her body, boy. She got to have a lot of bodies on her body count if she wants to be a born again virgin. If she been with 1 or 2 men, she could tell you, I've only been with 2 men. I said next time I'm gonna be married. She ain't gonna be worried about being a born again virgin, man. A woman that want to be a born again virgin, man, got at least 15 bodies on her. At least 15. And I'm going to be honest with you. No man should want a woman that's got 15 bodies on her. No man should. If she got 15 bodies on her, man, you crazy. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. And you just should never do it. It makes no sense. It brings no benefit to the table. And furthermore, what she's telling you is that I'm different for you. I've changed for you because I knew I wanted a husband and blah blah blah, and so I'm gonna be different for you. Let me tell you something, man. Just like a zebra can't change its stripes, and a cobra can't change its bite, a freak can't change her past life. I say again, just like a zebra can't change its stripes, and a cobra can't change its bites, a freak can't change her past life. That's just what it is. If that was her life, it is still her life. No matter how much distance she puts between her and that life, those miles are still on her body. That imprint, that DNA, all of that is still in her body. And she is not someone that you need to be trying to be. Man, I wouldn't even be intimate with her, bro. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even touch her. You know what I'm saying? The worst case scenario for me, man, at this point in my life, man, I feel like at the level I'm on, I have higher standards than the average man does. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I don't tell men that they should try to have my standard, because not every man feels like he wants to have that standard, and then some men don't deserve to try to have that standard. But these things are low-hanging fruit. Everything on this list is the low-hanging fruit. No man should lower himself to this level. This is the worst thing about the lifetime freak, especially if she still lives in the same town. You're always gonna bump into a man who's been intimate with your wife, man. You could run into a man every week who's been intimate with your wife, man. And what man wants that? You know, I don't want to see a man who's been intimate with my wife at any point. The number 13 woman that we must all avoid, the educated chick who never learned how to please a man. This is the worst woman you could ever end up with, because although she doesn't have any of these other baggage claim receipts, for the most part, she does not even know the first thing it takes to please a man. She just doesn't know. And the thing is, she's not willing to learn. She feel like if it's not going to reward her as much as that degree rewarded her, if it's not going to reward her as much as that good paying job rewards her, she doesn't want to learn it. She spent her entire life learning. And so in her mind, the benefit of pleasing you is probably not going to be a worthy payoff for learning. Her concept of learning is established through a lifetime of schooling. So she's looking at the time and energy that it takes. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, she's just not going to have it in her. It's not even because she might not want to. She's not going to have it in her. And so you're going to be unpleased. No educated chick, any woman who has a master's degree or higher, is going to be a bad sexual experience. This is my experience, and many men that I've spoken to have had the same experience. She is not going to be able to please you sexually. And 9 times out of 10, those women, they don't even have nice bodies. Let me tell you 2 groups of women that don't have nice bodies. The Afrocentric chicks who wear all the, the medallions and all that, and they don't have nice bodies. Vegan chicks. It's rare that you're going to see a vegan chick that's got a nice body. Like, vegan chicks just don't have nice bodies. You can find some very beautiful vegan women face-wise. Skin tones are great, but body, they never have nice bodies. I've never in my life known a vegan chick who had a nice body. And those chicks who've been in school their entire lives. If she got a master's degree or a PhD, she does not have a nice body. And men who settle for those women because of what they've accomplished, not for the true reason you should have a woman in your life. And those men end up, they either end up being those Stanley Johnson DuBois beta male cell anginas, or they end up being very dissatisfied men. And that's just the reality of it. Am I saying these women have no value? Yes, they have value in society. They have value in their immediate world. They have value at their jobs. Their careers are flourishing. They have value, with their families. But when it comes to you being with her in an intimate relationship, then her value doesn't make it that far. You know what I'm saying? She has no value in that area unless you have no options. The number 14 woman that all men must avoid unless you have no options is the brook beauty queen seeking a man who overvalues her physical appearance. This is a lazy woman. She's beautiful, but she's lazy. She has physical gifts from the Most High. This is a woman who can have 2 children and her body not have a single stretch mark on it. They don't work out, they don't do anything, eat all kind of crap, bodies are flawless. No lumps, no bumps, no stretch marks, no cuts, no nothing. Have a baby, body snap back. Okay, that's fine. Women do that all the time with one baby. Had the second baby, body snap back. That's not normal. But she wants to do nothing but lay around, look beautiful, and have sex. That's all she wants to do. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. I mean, besides her physicality, she has no value. And she just wants a man who values her beauty so much that he'll just break bread with her. She wants a sponsor. She wants a man who's going to marry her and put her in the lap of luxury where she don't have to do nothing but spend his money because she's so beautiful. She can buy whatever she wants to buy because she makes everything she buys look so beautiful. There is a group of women, the majority of women buy clothes to make themselves look better. Then there are women who make the clothes look better. She's one of those women. But she has absolutely nothing else going on for her. She is worthless because she is only going to be a bill, and a very expensive bill, I might add. So you must avoid her at all costs. And the number 15 and final woman that all men must avoid at all costs is the lesbian who likes men, or what I like to call the trisexual woman. She'll try anything with anyone at least once. This woman is terribly confused. She has no real idea about who she is or what she wants. And I met these women on several occasions. 9 times out of 10, they're the earthy chicks that, believe the goddesses rule the world and they believe that a woman is God and all that. Man, most times this is who they are. But there are other women who aren't like that. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a conversation with a lesbian chick once, and she said there's nothing she hates more than a fake lesbian. And I said, well, do all lesbians feel that way? She said, yeah, every lesbian she's ever met feels that way. There's nothing worse than a fake lesbian, a woman who wants to be, she wants to be with a man, but she wants to have a woman. You know what I'm saying? They said it's nothing worse. They can't respect it. And I asked her why, and she said because they are just trying to play both sides. Like they want one side more than the other, but they don't have the intestinal fortitude to just go all in on one side. And I was like, you know what? When a woman says something about another woman not having intestinal fortitude, it's a serious situation. So these women are going to be all over the place. I had a woman tell me once, man, that her perfect scenario was that she could have a man who was okay with her having a girlfriend. Now, with her having a girlfriend. I said, so you're cool with him having a girlfriend too, right? I mean, he can be out there too. She told me, well, I got to approve his woman. I have to meet her. I have to know about her. I have to blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, this chick is nuts. And the crazy thing is, man, she wasn't even that cute. You know what I'm saying? She was okay. She didn't have a body worth nothing though, man. Like her body was 9 times out of 10, man, these chicks they don't be the most attractive chicks anyway. So if she's already not the most attractive chick, you cannot waste your time with a woman who doesn't know whether she likes men or women more. I had another woman tell me once, man, that she wants to love a man, but she wants to have a woman. Man, these chicks are crazy, man. So just avoid her, man, because the negative energy she's going to bring, man, she's going to bring a whole lot of anti-God energy, anti-Most High energy. And it's going to be in your environment, man. That's going to change everything, man, because she has no morality. Like, she's not governed by anything moral. She does whatever makes her feel good. So if it makes her feel good to say that men are made in the image of God, when it makes her feel good to say, well, women create life, it makes her feel good to say that. All those things are lies. And you must avoid a woman who believes those things, because those things bring anti-Most High energy into your life. And the Most High holds it up to you as a man to avoid that energy that's anti-him. So again, man, if you're just joining me, this is the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, Mr. BOA, and today's topic has been 15 women that all men must avoid at all costs. Number 1, the miserably married woman who wants a side piece. Number 2, the sexually deprived woman who wants a human dildo. Number 3, the single mother seeking a stepdaddy. Number 4, the cougar seeking validation through being desired by a younger man. Number 5, the young chick seeking validation through being freed and having freedom by an older, more established financially man. Number 6, the chick from the past who wouldn't give you play, but now after her carousel ride, you the man. Number 7, the divorcee on the rebound. Number 8, the chick whose man abuses her. Number 9, the chick who's let herself go physically. Number 10, the chick who's pregnant by a dude who ghosted her while she was pregnant. Number 11, the chick with the baby daddy from hell. Number 12, the lifetime freak who wants a husband now. Number 13, the educated chick who never learned how to please a man. Number 14, the broke beauty queen seeking a man who overvalues her physical appearance. And number 15, the lesbian who likes men, or the trisexual, if you will. Y'all appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been real in the field. Comment down below, homies, and let me know what you think about this list. If there's something you could add to it, or something you would take from it, or if you have a different spin on any of these types of women, comment down below and let me know that, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this real shit. And as always, alpha's up, beta's down. Peace.